welcome back. We are at gate number 2 here at Da Nang International Airport, waiting on flight VN 627 to board. The check-in process here was pretty easy. The one thing I did screw up, and I took a picture and I'll throw it up on the screen now where you can see it, just to give you a little heads up. They won't allow you to check in any earlier than 3 hours till departure, and even if you do an online check-in, you still have to go to the boarding gate and then do the whole bit with the passport and the onward ticket, which they did actually ask me for that today. Normally they don't. I think this is my first flight with Vietnam Airlines, so we'll see how that goes. We're actually sitting in business class on this one. We'll be in 3A, so we'll tell you how everything goes there and what the experience is like. The flight here, I gotta say, the flight here was on Malaysia Airlines. I know some people don't like them. I had a good flight here, and I had a good flight to Kuala Lumpur, which was Batik. I've never heard of Batik, but they did okay too. So let's see, is my good luck finally gonna run out, or am I gonna have another good flight experience? We'll find out here shortly. So it looks like we were gonna get delayed, but we didn't. Well, I say that, we might not officially get off on the right time, but we very quickly went from sitting there waiting at the gate to getting put on buses, which is really funny because you go like a 1/16 of a mile. You literally could just walk. It's like, oh, it's right there. But no, you got to take the bus, I guess, because it's on the tarmac or whatever. But yeah, looks like the final passengers are just getting on board. I don't think it's going to be a full flight. It doesn't look like a full flight. I have to say, everything was pretty easy. Going through security was pretty easy. Next time I'll know you can't try to like check in. I think I literally was trying to check in like 10 minutes too early. Got rejected, but next time I'll know 3 hours, right? So far, uneventful start to this flight, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. So we're like already halfway there. Actually, over already halfway. Just had the dinner. I'll show the picture of that. Not bad. I have to give it a higher rating than my flight over from, well, we won't even say that flight, but a recent flight that I had, not in Asia, where one of the meals was tuna salad sandwiches. That the bread felt like it was toasted, even though you knew it wasn't toasted, and it's like, I don't think I'm going to eat this tuna, just kind of push it back. And I looked, everybody on my row was doing the same thing. I'm pretty sure that 90% of the plane did that. So in comparison to that, like, this was 5-star, you know what I mean? I don't know, but so far, decent flight, a little bit of turbulence, but nothing bad. Very attentive staff, very nice staff. So far, a good flight. I mean, this is a quick one. I think the whole thing's like an hour and a half. So by the time you get up to cruising speed, they start the descent. So I'll admit I didn't check the weather forecast. I have no idea what we're going to come into landing. I'm sure they'll announce the weather during the descent, but whatever it is, I'm not planning on going out tonight. I just want to make it to the hotel. I'm staying at another hotel. I think this will be my first one in Thailand that has a lounge, so I'm curious to see how that goes. See what they have in the lounge as far as, you know, food and drink and everything. That'll be nice. Then we'll walk around that area a little bit the next few days. I need to go grab a couple of things. I want to see if I can find a second pair of shoes while I'm in Bangkok, which may very well end up being like when I went searching for this DJI stand for the DJI 3. It was pretty crazy when I did that in Da Nang. It was all over the place, but we eventually found one. So I'm hoping to do the same thing in Thailand with a pair of Keen shoes, which I've looked online. There are places that carry them. Of course, the whole kicker here, or the catch, will be, can I find my size, which is size 13? So obviously, you know, I mean, not like there's not some tall people over here and there's some Westerners over here, but for the most part, every time I get on an elevator, I feel like a giant. So that's the question. Can we find a pair of Keen 13s in Bangkok? We'll go on a journey looking for that. And then another thing I want to go grab is I've been using just a little bit of virgin olive oil, drinking it every day, and it's really helped my blood pressure. So I still had some in Da Nang, but I chose not to fly with it for obvious reasons. Like, you know, I just had this picture, mental image of like it opening and like all my clothes being soaked with oil. So that was all, you know, going to do that. So I left that in the hotel, which I will say the hotel staff on checkout, they go and check your room. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have anything. I was just going to give you this.
Can I connect for you?
Oh, yeah, there. We're good. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. You can have it. Thank you. So, sorry about that. But yeah, the hotel staff noticed that I left it in, and they were like, "Oh, you left the thing of oil." It's like, yeah, but I'm not taking that on a flight with me. I just had these bad visions, like I said, of like all my clothes, you know, being soaked with oil when I arrived in Bangkok. So we didn't do that. So we're giving you a little update of where we're going when we get back to Bangkok here in probably about 30 minutes. What we have planned in the next, at least the next couple of weeks. After that, I don't know, like I'm going to meet up with one of my friends from the travel group, Shane, and we're going to discuss, he's coming to the hotel tomorrow, and so I think we're going to be there like another 12 or 13 days. We'll discuss like possible trips. I don't know yet. We're thinking maybe Chiang Mai or Hua Hin. We'll see. But I decided to put the Pattaya Rayong trip off until later because Shane had already done it. I knew there was no way I was going to convince him to do it again, and I enjoyed hanging out with him in Da Nang, so it's going to be more fun to have a buddy to do this with. Who knows, maybe I'll ask him if he wants to do the train trip with me. That would be pretty cool to do the train trip from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. You know, I know you can take a flight. I know you know, there's obviously tons of different ways to get between the two. But I've always wanted to do that train route, so that would be pretty cool to knock that off the bucket list. Let's see. Oh, we're getting a little better scenery outside. You can see the sun's coming through the window now. Let's see if we can give you a little look at what we're seeing as we... I think we're probably still another 20 or 30 minutes out at least, but let me show you. clear up here in a second. As I look in I can kind of look ahead here through the window. I'm on a little bit different angle than you. And it seems like the turbulence that we had earlier we're through it now. At least that's what it feels like. We haven't had it in the last few minutes. Yeah, it's showing that we've gone 677 kilometers. We have 242 left. So, yeah, probably about 20-something minutes. You can kind of tell oh yeah, the plane's even changing direction, and you can hear it in the engines. It's like just a slight, like, downturn. But I'm excited to get back to Bangkok because, like, the last trip I was all excited to get there, and then, like, I got sick with the cold and the food poisoning, and then I had that crazy day during the earthquake, and the combination of the three things there just kind of wiped me out, and it made it where, like, even though the next place I stayed, everything was wonderful, and, like, I was getting over the cold, and obviously I'd got over the traveler stomach, but it didn't matter. Between that and the earthquake, like, it took almost a whole week of just relaxing to get where I felt like doing anything really other than, like, going downstairs to eat, or getting a short workout in, or going to the spa and getting a massage, which was literally 2 doors down. Other than that, I basically didn't do anything that week, and then I headed to KL. So I'm pretty excited to get back and explore it a little more this time. So I'm curious to see how this stay goes. I'll be staying in I think it's a Holiday Inn in Siloam. Probably said that wrong. You're going to hear a lot of that while I'm in Thailand, where I mispronounce everything. But we'll gradually try to learn everything that we can as far as, saying a few more things right. Maybe with the nice thing about the lounge access is usually the staff talks to you a lot more. And if that's the case, I'll use them to help work a little bit on just, some basic words on as far as Thai, get down a few basic phrases. Last time I only did 2. Maybe I'll get 5 or 6 down just this first couple of weeks. The guy I'm hanging out with, Shane, he definitely does a good job of, like, starting to learn phrases as soon as he arrives. So he'll be a good influence in that regard. That'll be fun. And then he should be a good influence as far as us getting out and doing stuff, and me filming some cool stuff for you. So I'll be excited to see what he wants to do when we start planning things out. Are we officially? Oh yeah, we're definitely over Thailand now. Let's look out the window again.
of the time. The weather is really approximately of visibility, the quite strong wind coming from the south, and the temperature is 32 degrees Celsius. I'm swimming in approximately 5 to 10 minutes, just into the right middle, then about chocolate. We're going to enjoy the flight. Thank you. Super nice until we get to Bangkok City.
Yeah, I think he said we're about to land in 5 to 10 minutes. But since I don't understand exactly what he's saying, I like to just make it up, you know? Make it up what I want it to be. I think he just predicted the Jags are going to win the Super Bowl this year. I like him. He's an optimistic guy. That's nice. You know? I should have known that with the way we just went flying through all the turbulence. He's a little bit risky, but he's pretty optimistic. We'll see how long it takes to get through immigration and customs today. Last time it was pretty quick, but I showed up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I mean, what do you expect? My ears are popping. Yeah, if you ever can't hear when you're about to land on a plane, do yourself a favor, drink something, chew some gum, or if nothing else, start yawning. Man, I've only had it one time bad, but the one time I had airplane ear bad, I had a cold at the time, and I could tell I was like, my ears were messed up, and then we landed without me getting them equalized. Ooh. Like, it was a business trip too, so it was terrible. Like, for days I was like, I couldn't hear a daggum thing anybody was saying to me. It was pretty rough. I definitely think I'm going to end up changing these bifocals pretty soon. For whatever reason, I have not had good luck with getting these things. Like, the first pair I had, I think they were wrong script, so like, they were almost completely worthless. You can see we're starting to angle the turn. Completely worthless as far as reading anything, so it's like, what the heck, like, I didn't have a problem seeing stuff in the distance, like, not enough to wear glasses at least, so it made them feel worthless. And then this pair, like, they fit all cattywampus or whatever. I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I'm saying. They fog up all the daggum time, and they just don't fit right. So it's like, I might have to do just like I did with the dentist and find an eye doctor over here to get a new prescription and see how much it costs for a new pair of bifocals. I mean, I'm 0 for 2 on these progressives, to be honest. And I think the only thing, I guess I would try it again just because they say that's what I need. But I definitely would think I'd get the upgrade ones now to like where they do the UV as well, where it's kind of like a sunglasses when you need sunglasses, because carrying around sunglasses, readers, and bifocals, so it's like it's pretty cumbersome if you're living out of a personal item bag and a carry-on. That's a little bit much. So maybe we'll add that to our list of things to do in Thailand. If we don't, we'll do it in Malaysia, because I definitely want to go do my checkup when I'm in Malaysia and, you know, make sure I'm doing okay as far as my general health. And everybody, you know, praises that process. I think it's the Prince Hospital that everybody uses. I'll double check though to make sure. But yeah, I'll go and I think it's like a little over $300 to get that complete workup done and address anything I need to address. You know, I'm 52, so you know it is. Things are just going to start falling apart, so you need to be on top of things. Should be a lot more exciting trip to Bangkok than the last one, which means more videos for you and more experiences for me. Things for us to talk about in the comments section. Well, the good news is, if it's like Malaysia and there's tons of places that I need to come back and check out, I plan on coming here tons of times too, so you'll be able to leave the comments down there below, and I'll gradually try to knock those things off my bucket list for Thailand as well. But here's the deal, we're slow traveling, right? So like, rule number one, everybody tells you, is you can't treat it like it's a vacation. This is how you live your life now. Don't go trying to fit in 50 attractions when you go to a city. Knock off one or two that you haven't done. And then, you know, just keep track and have a list of things you want to do when you return. Because I definitely plan on traveling Southeast Asia for the next few years. Getting out and about, seeing what there is here. So far, despite the rough start to the trip, Malaysia was amazing. Vietnam was great. I really enjoyed Vietnam. Like I said, I want to go check out the other cities. So we did Da Nang. We want to do what is it, Ho Chi Minh and Hoi An? No, we did Hoi An. What's the other one? I don't have the map up right now, but you know what I'm talking about. The two big cities other than Da Nang. And then I want to go to Dalat. I can do that, I guess, when I'm doing the one that's down south. So, should be cool. Should be real cool. Let's flip it back around, because now we got something to see at least. Alright, it looks like we're lining up our final descent here. Yep, going through the cloud cover. Since our angle's a little blocked here, let's do this. Just a little quick look here at the seats. I'd say they look a little dated, but they actually were very comfortable, nice. Overall, I enjoyed this flight, so I would give it high marks. I believe it was around $300. I purchased it through Capital One's website. I probably could have got a little bit less, but I've had good luck with using their flight disruption insurance. So I'm happy with paying a couple bucks more doing it through them. Plus you get the points anyway, so. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up where I can get everything ready to roll and go through immigration. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell. Until next time, farewell.